Hi guys, so as you can see I have my baby with me. I went into labor on October 9th. It was a Sunday night that I was starting to contract, and it was just like mild stomach pains, and I was having stomach pains from like 7 in the afternoon. My husband had to go to work at 7, so I told him, I was like, oh, it's probably nothing, just go. So I was in touch with his sister just in case anything did happen. Um, Around 8 o'clock, I took a hot bath because my contractions started to get really bad, but I didn't really think that I was in labor, so um, I started timing my contractions, and they were like 6 minutes apart, and then it went from like 6 minutes to 3 minutes, and then the next one was at like 2 minutes, so they weren't consistent. And then I called my sister-in-law at around 11 because they started to get like really, really bad, but they were still inconsistent, so I didn't really think I was in labor. And she told me, she's like, oh, just try to walk him out, try to like sit on a ball, try to bounce, and like try to like make him go away. And I was like, okay. So I was walking around and I was like trying to make him go away, but they weren't going away, but they were still inconsistent. So it got to the point where like I couldn't handle it. But I called my husband and I was like, I can't, my stomach really hurts, I'm having really bad contractions. And he's like, well, can you handle them? I was like, well, I guess. I mean, I'm handling them now. So I ended up like telling him not to come for me. And then around 1:30, it was like, it got really, really, really bad. But I was like, well, they said if I can't breathe through them, then I'm not in labor. And I was like, well, I'm breathing. So I just guessed I wasn't in labor. So it got to the point where like I couldn't handle them. Well, I could handle them, but it was just so painful, and they lasted like a minute and 10 seconds long each. But they were not consistent. Like they'd come every 6 minutes and then 3 minutes, but mostly they were 2 minutes and 30 seconds apart. So when I got to the hospital, I was crying and I was like, oh, I'm having really bad contractions, my stomach really hurts, I'm having a lot of pressure. And they put me on the monitor and they checked how dilated I was, and I was at 4 centimeters. And wait, no, I think it was at 3 centimeters. And then they told me, they're like, oh, well, you're in labor, so you're not going home without a baby. And when I went to the hospital, I didn't grab my car seat or anything, so I was like, what? I'm not ready. So I had my husband go back home, and then like as soon as I was admitted, I was like, can I get some pain medication, because it really, really hurt. So they checked, so after they checked how dilated I was, they gave me some like medicine that lasts for like 40 minutes, and I was able to get it like every hour. So I kept getting it's like a little, they put it in your IV, and it's like it's kind of like, it's kind of like epidural, but it's just like, it just makes your contractions like bearable. So I kept taking that, and I kept walking around the hospital. I was on a bouncy ball. I took a really hot bath for like an hour and a half, and then my contractions were like really, really, really unbearable, and it was so painful. And then around 7 in the morning the next day, I got epidural, and right away I started feeling pressure, and I was like, I need to push, but they're like, no, just wait, but before that, so after an hour passed, after they checked me how dilated I was, I went to 4 centimeters, and then around like 6 in the morning, I went to 8 centimeters, and my water hasn't broke. So they broke my water, and then an hour later, I started feeling pressure, and then I don't know. It was such a weird day, and I wasn't expecting to go into labor. So while I got the shot, my husband went to the house to go get me the baby car seat and to like shower, because he just got out of work. So he had to go home and bring everything. And then like my labor went by really, really, really fast. And out of nowhere, my doctor came to check me like around 11, and she's like, "Oh, we need to check you to see how dilated you are." And she checked me, and she's like, "Oh, you're ready to push." And I was like, "I know, I feel like I need to push, because like the feeling you get is like you need to poop like really, really, really bad." But I was like, "I feel like I need to poop." And she's like, "No, your baby's coming out. You can't go poop." And I was like, "No, I need to go poop." And then it got to the point where I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna poop, because I can't hold it no more." And then I told my doctor, I was like, "Please let me go poop." She's like, "Here, let's try to see if we can push." And then actually it was my nurse, and she's like, "Okay." She's like, "Here, let's try to give a couple pushes." And the pushes were like 10 seconds long and 3 in a row. So one set was like 40, pretty much 40 seconds, but you take a 10-second breath, you push, and then you take another breath, you push, you take another breath, you push, you take another breath, you push, and then you rest, and then you do it again. So I did like 10 of those sets, and my baby came out. But I was pushing, and like the first 2 sets, my baby's head started coming out, and my midwife wasn't there yet, and the nurse is like, "Well, you gotta wait." So I was like, "I can't wait, I'm just gonna keep pushing." So my nurse, my midwife ended up coming, and then I ended up delivering my baby at 11:18 in the morning. And the first thing I saw was his hair, and then I was like, "Oh my god, his hair is so cute." So I'll let you guys see him, and then I'll show you my stomach, and I'll be making another video about my postpartum. Alright, so we named him Alexander, and he weighed 7 pounds 3 ounces, and he's 20 inches long, and his head is 13 inches. Alright, let's hope he doesn't cry. Alright, baby. Oh, look, he's yawning. So he's a little cutie patootie. He's getting pretty big. He has a lot of hair. And he's like the cutest thing ever. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys can see his little face. Oh, baby. I feel like he looks more like my husband, but a lot of people say he looks exactly like me. Right now, his eye color is blue. His eyes are closed. He has blue eyes, I think. I think they might change though, but I'm not sure. And he's doing really, really good. He's really healthy, and he doesn't cry that much. He only cries when he wants to eat or when he's taking a poop. But other than that, he's a really, really quiet baby, and he's really happy. He smiles a lot, and in his sleep, it's the cutest thing ever. All right, I'll show you guys my belly. Give me a second, okay, baby? All right, so my belly went down. I did not get any stretch marks, but I do still have my line. But it's obviously going to take some time for it to like get better. But I mean, I'm surprised it went down so much, and I'm just hoping it goes down more. So in total, in my pregnancy, I gained I gained 60 pounds, almost 50 pounds, like 48 pounds. And as soon as I gave birth, I lost 10 pounds. I went and I weighed myself in the hospital, and I lost 10 pounds. My baby is 4 days old today, so I don't know how much he weighs right now. I don't know how much I weigh right now. I probably lost more weight, but I still don't fit into my jeans. I do fit in my shirts, but none of my jeans fit me, and I'm just hoping I get to fit into my jeans soon. So if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. I will be posting more videos about my labor and delivery, and then I'll be posting about my postpartum and about breastfeeding and just more things about taking care of my baby. One thing I did notice is that I did not grab enough things. Well, I did grab enough things for my hospital bag, and I did use everything, but I ended up needing more clothes because I was dressing him in the hospital because I had a lot of visitors, so I wanted him to look nice and be clothed. And at night I changed him a lot, and he peed in like 3 onesies, so I had to go get new ones. So like I've used all my newborn clothes already, and I'm gonna go shopping for more because I really need some. But I had a really easy labor, and I was shocked how easy it was. Just if you're having cramps or contractions in your 38, 39 weeks pregnant, I would start timing them because I thought I was in labor. I was like, oh, I still have 2 more weeks. It's okay. So, I don't know. Depends on you if you guys can handle them. But they were like unbearable for me a little bit. Because when I was at the hospital, they were like, when I was walking, as soon as the timer hit 2:15, I was like, oh no, I'm going to get a contraction in 15 seconds. I had to prepare my body for it, and I had to prepare myself for it. I don't think there's anything that can help them go away, but I don't know, everybody has a different delivery and different labors, different body types, so I can't really say that yours is going to be easy or not. But just try walking and try to staying active as much as you can, because that's what's going to help your labor be easier. So thank you for watching. I will be posting more videos soon, and I'll just be posting more videos and keeping you guys updated with everything. Thank you.